Oh, got it. Please let me know if you can hear me now. I forgot to put it onto my Rode mic. Can you guys hear me now? No sound. Are we good? Echo. Oh my God. We're good. Now we can. Yup, I can hear you now. We can hear you. Works now. Yes, sound. How's the sound, guys? Is it good? Never met someone this age who can't work a computer. Guys, I am learning, okay? I'm learning. I'm getting better, okay? There's a lot of things going on here. I got sources up here. I got you guys you think it's all sunshine and rainbows, and it's very, very easy to do, okay? I got a million different sources here, okay? Host camera, host mic. I got to click buttons. To me, the camera's plugged in, right? Should work. Now I got to go in here. Look. Got to go in here. Make sure host camera is set to Rode mic. Guys, these are all things that I'm learning to do. So please don't make fun of me. Do not make fun of me. I'm trying here, okay? I'm getting better. I got a million different things up here on sources. 1,000,005 things, okay? I love you guys. And I'm trying. I'm getting better. Just give me a little bit of grace, man. Please. All right. Yo, guys. So let's see if we can get a trade today, right? Let's go over some charts. First world problems. Smash the like button. First, guys, let's go over what do you guys, other than the charts, right? What do you guys want to see? Whatever questions you guys got, drop it down below. We're gonna make this a freaking phenomenal episode. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. Marco, fun fact, Marky, aka Mr. Clean the Magic Eraser, had the most views. And I don't like to lose, guys. And you know what? I want the most views, and I will make sure that we have the most views today. Why? We're also giving Apex accounts away. So if we get to 350 concurrent viewers, we have to beat Mr. Clean Bald Man, Shiny the Eraser Dude, okay? Because if we don't, I'm going to be upset. So you think we can make that happen? Because I hate losing, and I don't want to lose to the Magic Eraser. Okay? That's all. Okay. So, guys, I'm looking at people on what's going on in the back end of Chart Fanatics. You know, they're messaging me. I got to make sure everything's good there. So I'm also looking at the chat. It's just my head's in a million different directions. Okay, so I'm trying to multitask here. I'm multitasking, and I'm doing the best I can. All right. So let's see. First of all, let's go through. Let's get off of the introduction screen here, and please. Now I'm gonna put on my sponsorship voice here, and we're gonna go our first sponsorship of the day. Okay, look. Wait, wrong way. Our first sponsorship of the day, TradeZella, that has all your back testing and refinement and data-driven needs. 20% off, code CF. I do believe we'll also be giving away a 3-month membership today here on Chart Fanatics for TradeZella. I'm your host, Tyler John Gotel, also known as TG Capital, and that's our first sponsor for the day, folks. Next sponsor of the day. I'm wearing the shirt. Do you know why? Apex Trader Funding. 80% off. Code CF. Also, I have this cool shirt. Does anybody else have this cool shirt? I don't think so. 80% off. We're also giving away Apex accounts today. Look, I'm pointing to it. And I'm your host, TG Capital, also known as Tyler John Gotel. Let's get it rolling here. I do believe we have one final sponsor for today's show. Should be rolling in right about now. And would you just look at it? There it is. Funded Next. Not to be confused, this is the CFDs. Funded Next CFDs, code CF. For all your account needs as far as CFD firms go. So now look, now you have Apex on the future side. You have code CF for Funded Next on the CFD side, and there's no reason why you can't run it up. So there's your sponsorships for today, and hope you guys enjoy. Let's see if and not to forget here, the Market Journal. The Market Journal. Get free 5. Oh, and it passed already. And Prop Firm Trader also today. Also today, as far as, going through your the prop firms and seeing the reviews, the results, and what props you really should be in the forefront of your trading, and they're also doing giveaways. It's a beautiful thing, guys. We're covering it all here on Chart Fanatics. It's absolutely astonishing, but let's dive into the charts. I freaking love you guys. Here we go. Okay, here are the charts. Look at that. So, we have about 26 minutes here until market opens. So let's talk about where my head is today, right? Let's talk about where my head is today and what we could potentially see from the market and what we're going to be looking for, okay? Let's see. All right. So, 4-hour time frame. As you know, guys, astronomical move yesterday. Astronomical. Huge move yesterday. And what we could see today is that, look, here. Let's just drop a Fibby on here. Yesterday, this move is so astronomically big that I think there's a strong chance that we have to come and rebalance some of this move today. At least get into the equilibrium of yesterday, because look at this huge sell-off we had. I mean, yesterday we absolutely just tanked. So going into today, just like a small narrative in my brain, it's like there's a strong chance that we at least come and test this fair value gap here today before driving lower. At least come back in this equilibrium. We have an order block here. That's on the 4-hour. And that's where I'm at mentally right now. We also, if you notice here, we inverted this fair value gap. So we have an inversion here. Going into the market today, that's where I'm like, okay, there's a strong chance that we come and rebalance this move because it was just so big. And as you know, it's like for us to even dive lower, right? For us to even go lower, we have to come and get out of this discounted range. We have to come back into premium here for us to come and drive lower. It's just how the market moves, guys. For the market to drive lower here, it would be extremely rare. I think that we come up, test this 50% of this fair value gap, also driving into equilibrium to then potentially go lower. Market structure is really broken here on the 4-hour. Let's look at the daily here, get a nice daily. Like, look, all these fair value gaps are disrespected. Look, 1, boom, 2. All these PD arrays are now being disrespected and closed below. This is a strong shift in direction here now in the market. So as far as our higher time frame narrative goes, for now, we're bearish. But short time frame, right? As far as like on a 4-hour, well, not really shorter time frame, but just looking at like what could potentially happen today, we could drive up here and see a rebalance in price. So that's kind of where my higher time frame narrative is at. But as far as like, we're going to see if we can get like even just a small scalp off the open, and we'll just take it from there. If we don't get any trades, then we don't get any trades. If not, we're going to just adhere to our system. We're not going to take any trades just to fit, just to make the stream happy. I'm going to obviously focus on my system here. If I don't get any trades, then I don't. And we'll answer questions. We'll talk about, psychology, how to become a better trader, the things that I did that you guys can avoid. And, just a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of good stuff today. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Let's see. Take a trade. I can't take a trade right now because the market hasn't even opened yet. So we're not going to take a trade just right away. Shakir, no PO3 setups today that I've liked as far as 4-hour. As you know, Shakir, if you look at our 4-hour, all of our EMAs are essentially being disrespected right now. Like there is no PO3 setups here, none. So as far as NQ and even the other assets that I trade, I'm not looking for a power of 3. I'm essentially sitting on hands right now, guys. And I know you hate to hear that. I know you hate it. Because you're like, Tyler, why is he not taking a trade? Because, guys, when I trade less, look at me. Let me look at you in the face. When I trade less, I make more money. A lot more. The less time that I'm on the charts, the more money I make. Let me make something very clear. the more time that you are on these charts, the better chance that you have of fucking something up and giving your money back. Your edge lies in a small window of time, right? A small, minute window of time where you can go and extract money from the markets. And then, guess what? You walk the hell away. You get off the charts, you go touch some grass, you go to the gym, you go in the pool, you go for a walk, you go golfing. You get the hell off the charts because the more time you're on it, now you're diminishing your edge. The market is always going to humble the shit out of you. So the more time you're on the charts, the more the greater chance you have of giving all that hard-earned cash that you just made right fucking back. Okay? That's why I trade, and I'm in looking for a small criteria, an entry window, and I'm getting the hell out. Or I'm on a higher time frame, and my risk is real small, but I'm catching big moves. So when I'm taking a scalp trade, like here for the stream, I'm getting it on a small window of time, 9:30 to 9:50. That's it. And if you guys, this is my model, and this is what I'll trade, because if I go and I trade outside of that, my edge is being diminished. And now I'm going to give money back to the market, or my accounts are going to go into drawdown, and I don't have data on anything else other than my system. So you need to understand that the market is always going to try to fuck you, okay? So you need to just stay out, and you need to only come to the market when your edge is there. If it's not there, you do not trade. That's it. I need to make this crystal clear for everyone watching this right now. Okay? Do you guys hear me? Okay. XA, I'm not here to trade. I'm here to shift my mindset. Of course. Yesterday when you went live on your YouTube channel, I didn't receive the notification. Okay, so put some, I think we'll figure that out after. Great value given. I trade just like this guy, except after 10:40. It's clear, sir. Loading. Good. You are here. So when Tyler is roasting you, you will witness live. Oh, is Marky here? Marky. Hold on. Wait 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Marco? Hello? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Marco's calling me. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Marco? Hello. Are you there, bud? Yeah, great stream yesterday, pal. But I just want to tell you something. We're going to break your record in views. You know why? Because I hate to lose. You're a great guy. Love you. But look, Marco, don't you dare say that. He's right here, guys. He's right here. Look, there he is. He's here every single day. He's always watching me, this Marco guy. Look at him. Oh, wait. Look at him. There he is. Marky. Let me scrub his head real quick. Look. There he is. I cleaned him up. Okay? Marco's right here. He's going to be here. We're going to keep him right here. I'm going to, you know what? I'll draw a little face on it. We're going to make, hold on, guys. This is Marco right here. Look. Okay, I made his little face. This is Marco. Okay, he's going to be hanging out with us, even though he's in Canada. Okay, and we're trying to get him to move here. He's with us in spirit. He's probably running right now. But there he is. Guys, you got to have a little fun here. The market's not open yet. We're just chilling. Drop some questions. You know what? I want to give you guys some more knowledge, okay? Some more knowledge. How do you manage risk in a losing streak? Okay. So this is what you're going to want to do. I, personally, okay, if you're trading prop, Tyler, how do you prepare yourself for the day? Okay, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Tyler, how do you, okay, so I prepare myself for the day. This is what I do in the morning. Every single day, right? I make sure I'm waking up at around 6 a.m. Or actually, I wake up at around 2 to check if I have my 4-hour entry, my PO3. And if I don't, I go back to sleep. But if not, I'll go to the gym at around 6 to 7 a.m. I'm in the gym every single day. I do my fasted cardio and my workout. I hit legs today, absolutely crushed it. And I drink my protein shake, I get in the shower, and then I get my mind right. So I'm dialed in off the charts, right? Look, I'm dialed in off the charts before I am even on here. This way, I have a clear mindset. I got my workout out of the way. I'm feeling great. You know, my endorphins are high. I drank my protein shake. I feel ready to attack the markets. I feel ready to attack the day. And I told you guys is that, you know, if you're lazy, right? If you're lazy and you're waking up late and I'm going to answer it. So, if you're waking up late and, you know, you're chaotic outside of the markets and, you know, you're not regimented and you can't adhere to what's the word I'm looking for? Like you wake up every single day and you're doing the same exact thing. Every single day I wake up, right? And I do the same exact thing. Do you want to know why that transfers to the charts? Because I come to the charts and I do the same exact thing every single day. A routine. I have a routine. That was the word I was looking for. It was on the tip of my tongue. I have a routine. And you need to have a routine. Regimented, disciplined. My diet's regimented. My sleep schedule. Going to bed at the same time. Making sure I get my water in. Making sure I'm journaling. Like, look, guys. This is what I did yesterday. Okay? Handwritten. Like, I printed this out. You can't see it because it's blurry. But, look. Printing stuff out. Back testing. Look. And I'm profitable already. I'm profitable. I'm printing my plays out, writing physically on them. You need to understand that when you write stuff down, when you write, physically writing it down, right? You're connecting it with it in a way. And manifestation and energy, and it's a different thing than if you're typing on the computer. Way different. When you're physically writing stuff down like this, it's going to connect with your brain. It's like a mind-muscle connection. Like, I physically print this out, and I'm putting them on my fucking wall. On my wall. And I'm profitable. I made money doing this. If you guys aren't doing this, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. This is what I did yesterday to improve my edge. My girlfriend thinks I'm a psychopath because I'm putting shit on the wall. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I need to do this. I need to." Do you know why? Because this is what makes you money. This is what makes you profitable. This is what holds you accountable. You have the charts up right here. If you don't see this shit, you don't trade. You do not trade. You don't. And if you do trade, you have a consequence. You give yourself a consequence for that. If you break a rule, you got to give yourself a consequence. Either you don't trade the next day or you're half size. You have to be rigid. And the only person that's going to hold yourself accountable is you. That's why this is so hard. Nobody else gives a shit. No one, except for you. You got to care. You got to know, I broke my rule today, man. I'm not allowed to trade tomorrow. I'm not allowed to trade the rest of the day. I'm locking myself out. The hardest part is walking away after you mess up. The hardest part. Because you're like, shit, I need to get that back. And that's the wrong way. You're digging yourself a bigger hole. A bigger hole. You know? Exactly. I love this, guys. This is my passion. This is everything to me. Let's attack the question that if I was in a losing streak, how would I attack it? Okay? Now, to answer that question, right, it's entirely different when you're approaching a prop or you're approaching a live account. Now, if you're in a losing streak, right, and you're trading prop, right? Say, let's just take Apex, for example. You got a 90% off account, right? If you are in a losing streak on that, it doesn't make sense. And this is how I do it. It's because my win rate's high. I never reduce my risk. I don't. I keep my risk static. Because to have to baby and monitor that account to get it back, right? And your risk is so low, you're better off blowing it and then going and getting another account. Because to nurse that shit back to health is going to take a long ass time, and it's going to hinder you mentally. You're better off. And guys, that's not to say that is not how you treat a live account. Trading prop, let me make this clear. Trading prop and trading live are two entirely risk dynamics. Some people who trade prop will never in their life be able to trade a live account. When I trade my live account, I trade micros. That's it. I don't even trade minis. I trade micros. My risk dynamic is entirely different. So the question there is that's how I would answer it in the prop world. But if you're in a losing streak on your live account, yes, you have to scale your risk back because that's real life capital. It's not monopoly money. It's not fake, arbitrary, fake money. Okay? It's entirely different risk dynamic, entirely different way to approach it mentally. Okay? So it's apples to oranges. So how I risk on my prop and how I risk on my live account, two entirely different animals. In my view, risk should be more aggressive in the challenge race. Absolutely. So typically in my evals, but this also has a lot to do with it, is that if you don't, like, guys, I'm in more of a situation where I'm more financially stable. And that's not to say that you guys aren't, but I'm blessed financially where, I'm profitable already. I have a little bit more disposable income. So I'm okay with taking a little bit more adherent risk on my challenges, right? So say, Apex, I'm looking to pass in one trade. That's for me. But if you guys don't have that, right, and you're like, and this is where I'm with you guys, and I'm always talking to the struggling trader. If you don't have the capital, I wouldn't risk as much on an eval. Try it if you're in a heavy drawdown, then yes. But if you're at the initial stage of the eval and you don't have as much disposable income, maybe take it a little bit slower, and that's okay. You take a week to pass. That's fine. You have a month before you get rebuilt. You need to understand where you are. Everybody is different, right? Everyone's in a different situation financially. And that's why when I was trading CFDs, right, and I put $20,000 of debt on my credit cards, you bet your ass I was taking only A+ setups, and my risk was only about, okay, so if you had 10% drawdown on those CFDs, I was only risking 1% per trade. So I had 10 trades to blow that account. And with my data, I had like 85, 90% win rate. There was no possible way that if I just stuck to my rules, I was burning those accounts. There was no way. When I was in the debt and I was attached to the money, right, I was treating those accounts like they were my child, like they were my infant. My risk dynamic, I was so attached to it because I had all this debt. I was like, Tyler, you can't blow these accounts. My back was against the fucking wall. I couldn't afford to lose them because I would have $20,000 in credit card debt and I couldn't pay it. I took a chance on myself. I was emotionally ready for that. Not a lot of people are. I was emotionally ready to handle that debt. And it took me 6 years to get there. If this was 6 years ago and I threw $20,000 of credit card debt on my cards, guys, it would have been a real bad situation for me. But I took the time to develop myself mentally. And the only way that you do that, right? The only way that you do that is by going through the bad shit, right? I know you hate to hear it. And I want to fast track you in a way where you could avoid the crap that I've been through, right? Because I've been through it all and more. And more. Trust me. There was times where I was crying because I hated my life so much going to work and I was burning accounts and I never thought I would make it and I wanted to quit. Okay? I was crying at work. I was crying at home. I had no direction. I had no purpose. So if you feel that shit, that's the same stuff that I felt. The same exact stuff. I felt it. I've been there. Okay? And I want to let you know that there's a way out. But you got to go and put the work in. You got to develop yourself mentally. You got to go through the hardships because you know what it feels. I know how it feels to burn those accounts. I know how it feels to have no fucking money and to be like, I need to dial in. I need to be all in. You need to feel that. You need to. Nobody else is going to, I'm not even going to be able to tell you that because you're not going to be able to understand until you physically go through it. You have to. I know it sucks, but this is part of becoming a profitable trader, okay? I've went through it. You guys are only seeing the good part of me now, right? You didn't see the Tyler when he wasn't on social media. You didn't see the Tyler when he was trading in the elevator shaft. You didn't see me when I was blowing all my accounts and my girlfriend was paying my rent for me and I was crying because I was so incredibly embarrassed. You didn't see any of that. That was there. That was real life. That happened. Okay? I'm not like these other traders. I don't have it. I didn't have another stream of income coming in from courses or a Discord. Nothing, guys. Nothing. Every single dime that I made came from trading. Every single one. My first biggest month, I made $168,000. Every single dime of that came from trading. And it wasn't even from futures yet. It was only on CFDs. My biggest month ever was 168 grand. Ever. In the history of trading. It was my first month here when I got to Miami. I quit my job. I took a chance. I took a risk on myself. I knew that I was ready. Why? Because I put the work in for all those years. I knew that I was dialed in. I couldn't fail. I couldn't let Taylor down. I couldn't let my future father-in-law down. I couldn't let my family down. I said, if I fuck this up, I'm letting everybody else down. So the only thing that's going to get in the way is me messing that up myself. Me. I didn't want to let the people down. You need to have a reason why. A reason bigger than yourself. I knew I came here. I had no job. I had about $15K in the bank. I'm in a studio apartment here in Miami. I'm in a luxury building, but I'm in a studio apartment. That's my bed right there. I came here. I didn't have much. My first month here, I had the largest payout in prop firm history in Think Capital, $51,000, right? And I made $168,000 that month. 168 grand. I changed my life in fucking 4 weeks. Why? Because I was dialed in mentally. I said there was no way that I wasn't going to do this. There was no way. I didn't care what anybody said. Didn't care what my parents said. Didn't care what Taylor said. Didn't care what anybody said. I was delusional. I was delusional. I wanted this shit bad, man. Bad. And that's how you have to be. But anyway, enough of my rants. The market's about to open in 5 minutes. The market's about to open in 5 minutes. This is real life, guys. This is real life shit. This is my life. I'm sharing it with you. This is like, I'm still currently in the situation. Me and Taylor are looking for a house. I want to get a house within the next 1 to 2 years. And I looked at some beautiful homes. But that's how fast your life can change. I was driving a beat up 1999 Toyota Camry with 200,000 miles on it to work. Before that, I don't even know the year. I think I was driving a 2000 red. I'll bring up a picture of it, okay? The market's about to open soon, but let's get a picture. I'll show you my car, okay? This was what I was driving. There's a 2000 red Ford Ranger. The muffler was hanging off this shit. I was driving to work. Okay, ready? This is my car, okay? I was driving this to work. This right here. This beat up hoopty that I got for like, guys, I had a really nice Honda, right? I swear to God. Wait, let's talk about this story after the market opens because this is a crazy story. You guys got to hear it. Do you think struggle builds traders? 100%. 100%. Because you're not going to know what it feels like. You have to physically go through that shit. Think about it. People who play sports, Michael Jordan got cut I'm pretty sure he got cut from his high school team, right? You have to go through hardships. It's going to make you work harder. You're not going to know. I could tell you what it feels like to be at rock bottom in your life, but you're not going to physically feel the same pain that I felt. That was some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. To be that low and not have a direction and know that you want to make it in trading so bad and you know that you're so close, but you're just not there yet. You have to go through that. It sucks, man, bad. And trust me, I'm going to feel for you guys when you go through it, but pressure makes diamonds, bro. It does. Here's 928. Hold on. Let's see how this candle closes. Here's 928. Watch this. Let me make sure my Ninja Trader's up here. I like how that... Hold on. Let's see here. What are you guys saying? I'm in NQ cells and I got fucked up. Abhishek, like I said, are you adhering to your plan? Are you using adequate risk management? To say that you got fucked up from a trade, it's because you probably had too much size on. You shouldn't feel those emotions in a trade, bro. You shouldn't. How can you filter from fake outs and real moves? Back testing. Simple. Very simple stuff. How you filter from fake outs, you back test. You get data. And guys, if you don't have data, I promise you right now, if you're trading the 1 minute chart, look, this is factual information. This is an opinion. If you're trading the 1 minute chart and you don't have a minimum of 100 to 200 trades back tested, you're fucking gambling. You're gambling. You're gambling. Look at me. You are gambling. You don't have enough data. You don't have an edge. You need at least, the lower the time frame you go, guys, understand this. Look, take a screen record it. The lower the time frame you go, the more data you need. The more, because the lower time frames are not as reliable as a 4 hour and a daily. I have, on my 4 hour swing entry in my daily, I have over 5 years of data. I have close to 8 years of data. On my 1 minute right now, from where I'm at, I currently have around a little bit over a year. I want to get at least 3 to 4 years. Now, I think my edge is great right now, currently on my 930 open model, but I think it could be way better because I want to test all market conditions. I want to know every single thing. This is a science. You have to be a scientist to this shit. Everything is, I need to have more data. Look, hold on, I just got my alarm set. It's 9:30, market's open. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. So far, not seeing anything I particularly like right away. I'm just sitting on hands and waiting. And this is part of it. If we had this 928 candle, right, I don't like that it closed on the 50 EMA. There's a strong chance that this is a fake out. So this is no trade right now, guys. But that's not to say we can't get a pretty sweet inversion play before 950. Let's see if we drive lower here, right? And we can get a nice inversion. Maybe to go and rebalance that 4 hour. But as of right now, the 930 open, this candle right here, invalid. This setup that I would be looking for off the 930 play right away, not a valid setup. And that's according to my back testing. And according to all this that I have right here. Not valid. We do not take the trade. There's no trade right now. Why? Because the data says so. Look, these little sheets of paper, they say not to trade. So I'm not trading. I'm not trading yet. And that's okay. That's fine. We're just going to wait. We're going to see maybe potential inversion play here. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm kind of dialed in right now. Not just backtesting for the sake of it. Actually found gems in the data that changed the way I look at setups. 100%. Guys, backtesting for me is fun because when I make refinements, right? It's like when I have a setup, right, and I thought it was an A+ setup, and then I find a small tweak and refinement where that trade initially stopped me out, but now I'm avoiding a loss by making a small, minute tweak in my back testing and in my data refinement. I feel great because now, although you think of it like this, although I'm trading less, right? I'm increasing my win rate. What would you rather do? I know you guys want to be in the market as much as possible, but the name of the game is making money, right? If you are trading less, even if you get one trade a week, but it's a W, isn't that better than a break-even week or down 1R? Wouldn't you rather come to the market and have a higher win rate? It's gonna increase, like, as far as, like, think about it like this. If you have a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, but you only win 30% of your trades, right? It's still gonna hurt mentally. Losing 70% of your goddamn trades. It's gonna suck. I'm telling you, it's a difficult thing to do. I would rather have a high win rate and sit out because it's not taking so much mental capital out of me when I'm losing and in the losing streak. I would rather have a high win rate and not be in the market as often. Why? Because that fits me better. That's not to say that it won't fit you. If you guys like a 40 to 30 or even 50% win rate and you guys can handle that mentally, then do it. Like I said, this is an individual game. I like to be in the markets less and have a higher win rate. It's better for me. But this is looking good. We're shaping up pretty well here. No, I'm not convincing you. I'm trying to get through to you guys and have you guys understand. And I want you guys not to be upset if I don't take a trade because I'm not going to deviate from my system for the stream. Won't happen. Why? Because this is how I make my money, guys. Trading. This is how I make my money. My money comes from the markets. No inversion play yet. I kind of wanted to see a fair value gap print there, but nothing right away, guys. We're just sitting. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is green. My favorite color is green. Do you want to know why? My eyes are green. Money's green. And bullish candles are green. My favorite color is green. Is there news today? That's how we make our bread and butter. 100%. That's how I make my money, guys. I make my money trading. So I need to take this serious, man. So far, there's nothing for me. Nothing. And this is, you want to see the close of my trading window? So if I don't see anything, what the heck just happened here? What is that? Oh, is the magnet on? I don't know. Give me a sec. Vertical line. Okay. If we don't see a trade by this line right here, guess what, guys? Trading day's over. And then we're just going to talk. And you guys got to be okay with that. If there's no trade by this time right here, boom, 950. There's no trade for the day. For the day. And then you walk away. Do you know why? Because if I try to force something that's outside of my system, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to go into drawdown and or burn my accounts because it's not in my system. And then I'm going to get emotional. And then you're going to take a trade that's outside your system. You're going to over leverage. You're going to lose. You're going to be like, all right, let me get it back. And then next thing you know, you're in this spiral of bull crap. And then guess what? Now your accounts are gone. That's what happens. That's what happens to these prop traders, bro. Let's see. Sometimes rock bottom teaches you more than any mentor. Of course. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. I'm only liking the video at the end if I learn something new. Well, I try to bring value every single day that I'm here. You know? I don't need a motivational coach. I need stats. Okay. So Russell, let me tell you something here, pal. If you don't like it, right? Here we go. If you don't like it, leave the stream. How about that? How does that one sound? Does that sound good? There you go. What do I look like? What do you want? You want me to just gift you every single thing that I've worked for on a silver platter? Is that what you want? Is that what Russell wants? He wants all of my hard work to just be hand feed right to him, right? Because he doesn't want to put the work in, because he doesn't want this shit bad enough. So he comes here to me on the stream and he's talking shit, right? And he feels like a real tough guy behind the fucking computer, right? Right? That's Russell. He's like, oh, I don't need a motivational speaker. I need stats. Bro, how about instead of being on the stream and talking shit, you go get the stats on your own. How's that one? Try that one on for size, pal. Okay? If you don't like it, fucking leave. See you later. That's it. I'm tired of these people coming in here and talking shit and just having just literally talking out of their ass. I had enough. Like I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad, and I usually bite my tongue, but like I'm done with people like that. If you're gonna come in here and be like, you want me to spoon feed you shit, it ain't happening. Because I worked my ass off for this, not you. So if you got a problem with it, go watch someone else. Yeah, bro, I'm the real deal. That's it. I'm as real as it gets. I'm not gonna go and like be super nice guy all the time to everybody in here. If somebody's talking shit and they want to get me fired up, let's freaking go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're here for entertainment too. You want to go and talk shit? Let's freaking dial in then. Let's put your money where your mouth is. Show me where your stats are, Russell. Hey, Russell, show me where your stats are, buddy. Have you made $400,000 in 4 months? Oh, okay. You have it, right? So please, pipe down. Thank you. Thank you, Russell. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, pal. Anyway, enough with Russell. He's got me fired up today, guys. I hit legs. The testosterone is running. It's literally it's running through my body right now. So Russell maybe got me a little mad today. Even with the stats in front of you, you still can't execute. Am I Italian? Yes, I am. 100%. 100%. My aunt and uncle actually live in Italy. Well, they did. My uncle actually owns a luxury sneaker brand from Italy. He moved to Dubai, but he's from San Benedetto del Tronto in Italy. Francisco, what's good? Guys, as far as trading right now, I'm not. This is garbage. This is a zone. I think that potentially right now what we're seeing here is a buildup of liquidity. We could drive up, right? Tap this here. This is a fractal high. Drive into this fair value gap before going lower. But like I said, this isn't part of our system and part of our edge, so we don't trade it. I could tell the accent. Do you trade mid caps? Hood is rejecting the 20 EMA. Any opinions, or you only trade NQ? For this model right here, and for what I'm trading, if I was in a trade, it would be, I trade some other assets, but it would have been during my 4-hour PO3, which is my power of 3 entry, and that would have happened already in London, in Asian session. So as far as my 930 open model and my 950, this is basically a model based off of inversions and fair value gaps, based off of either a trending market or a reversal. So I typically would like to see something play out before 950 because that is my favorite macro to get involved in. So typically I'll get a setup prior to the 950 macro to then drive and go take liquidity out. Usually, and then typically I'll be out of my trades by 10:30. So these are things that happen very fast. As far as my 930 open, right? My 930 open, I didn't like anything here right away. So there was no trade on this for me right away. It was more just sitting on hands. We had this inversion play here off the 930 open, but if I were to look for an entry, it would have had to retest this fair value gap here. This is a BPR. So what a BPR is basically two fair value gaps on top of each other. So this is a strong indication that price is going to go lower. I probably would have been interested in an entry. However, we didn't come back up and test this. I would have liked to see a test here. My stops would have been here, and then I would have targeted this low, right? But we didn't get anything come up here. So if I had a candle, right, come and wick this BPR and come and test it, then I would have been interested in a play. But this is just in no man's land for me to go and take a trade right now. Tyler, how do you handle your emotions during losing streak? How do you keep belief in yourself or your system? Do you only use the 4-hour and 1-minute time frame for your strategy? All right, let me get these questions here. There's a lot of questions coming in. Let's answer this one first. How do I handle my emotions during a losing streak? So guys, I don't have emotions on the chart. Do you want to know why? It's because I trust my edge and I trust my system. So that helps me keep my emotions at the door. I strictly just come to the market and trade my statistical edge. That's it. That's where your emotions are, at the front door. If you're emotional, there's two reasons why your emotions are out of whack, okay? I'm going to tell you why. One, you have too much size in your trade. You have too much risk, and you know that you oversized, and you're like, oh, shit, like if this goes sour, there's a chance that either I'm blowing the account or I'm taking too much risk on the account that I didn't account for. That's one. And two is you don't have a data-driven model, and there's some form of gambling going on because you don't trust your system or your edge. You should know and come into the charts, right? Here, let's see if we get a fair value gap here. You should come into the charts and be like, I'm looking for A. If A happens, then B should occur. If C happens and I get stopped out, I'm okay with the risk and I walk away. Any other reason other than that your emotions are going to take overdrive because you either have too much risk or, like I said, you're trading outside of your edge. That's it. All right, let's answer the next question here. Guys, I'm trying, and you need to understand that these questions are coming in very, very fast, and I'm trying to answer as many as I can without getting, caught up in all the questions. I'm trying to just see all these. I'm scrolling up. Tyler, got that one already. Do you use the 4-hour and 1-minute time frame for your entry? I used the 4-hour for my my power of 3. Here's an inversion here. Here's an inversion here. If we could close above here, guys, I might be looking for a little long. Hold on. Give me a close above this high here. I like this first inversion here. Let's see if I can get one more. Let me get a close above this high, and I'll be looking for a long. Close above this fair value gap here. This is a small one, but this is a fair value gap. Give me it before 950. Hold on, guys. Let me dial in for a sec. Let me dial in. Let me dial in. Let me dial in for 1 sec here. Immediately, see, we're immediately going to reclaim this fair value gap to go lower, and this is a bad sign. Let's see. See, look at this. That's why I wait, guys, and that's part of my edge. You see how we had this inversion here? The small minute change, right? The small minute change was I wait for 2 inversions. I wait for 2. This is the fake out. This is the fake out. Look, the immediately reclaimed of this fair value gap. Look, this is the inversion. Now this candle here reclaimed, and we already closed below it. This is going to drive lower again. That's one of the small changes that I made. And that's a fake out here. Look, this is a fake inversion. This is a stop out. That's how I avoided a loss. I typically would have traded that in the past. I would have traded to trade off of that inversion. But now in my back testing, I see if I close above 2 fair value gaps, the edge improves immensely, guys, immensely. And that's the data right there. So that was a good avoided of a loss right there. And I'm glad that I waited. So I typically used to trade that, and I would have taken a loss on that entry. So I'm glad we waited. Why did I not take that? Because like I said, this inversion right here, the 933, it's only one inversion. It's only one. And typically in my back testing, look, this would have been 2 stop outs, guys. We're extremely bearish overall in the overall time in the higher time frames. Look at this. This is 2 stops here. If you would have entered on this inversion here, stops below the fair value gap. Boom, that's 1 stop there, and that's 2 stop there. That's 2 losses avoided. And that's what I did in my data. So the people that were asking for data, this is it. This is some of the data that I've extracted over my periods of back testing. Okay? And that's how I just avoided 2 losses right there. 2 losses have been avoided. Now, we have another fair value gap print here, hopefully. Let's see. This is just flushing, man. It's plummeting. We're still going a lot lower. Look, tapping into, like I said, here's our daily, right? We're in this 4-hour fair value gap right now on the 4-hour. Look, I mean, just absolutely plummeting. You know? I would have liked to see us go and rebalance this price, but we just didn't get it. You know? We're getting smoked right now. Smoked. And we're just going to be patient. We have this fair value gap print here. Let's see if we can get another one here. Boom. Did you come up with the strategy on your own? If so, how? Guys, all of my models I came up with by myself. Guys, one thing about me is something that you can't teach people is that I have extremely strong pattern recognition skills. That's one thing I do know about myself is that I'm like OCD on these charts. Like I notice the smallest little things. And then at state, it's like I have a photographic memory and it's like, okay, I've seen this before and I've seen this be a fake out. So and I went into my back testing and look, these setups I used to take, these inversion plays. But now, since I've been going through my data, I'm like, there's a lot of the times these are fake outs, especially in a strong bearish market. So those were 2 losses that we avoided. And I'm okay with, wouldn't you rather sit out than, this is the thing. It's like, oh, I want to be involved in the market. But now you would have just took 2 back-to-back losses and you would have been pissed off. You probably would have revenge traded and God knows where your account would have been now. And instead, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm waiting. I'm patient. I'm waiting for 950. Potentially, we can invert these 2 fair value gaps and take a trade. But if we don't by 950, it's no trade. Do you want to know why? Because that's outside of my edge now. Now, anything outside of 950, even if it's 951, it's outside of my edge. I don't have data on it. I'm gambling then. Then I'm gambling. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? He's right. I've seen the double fake out before. Russell, listen, I appreciate you being here, brother. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I don't want to have negative vibes, but Russell, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into these charts, bro. I do. Like, even as a profitable trader, when I'm off stream, I'm on these charts and I'm getting more data. I'm always getting more data. And the only person I owe the data to is really myself because I'm putting the hours in behind the charts. I'm sharing it to you guys for free because I love you guys. You know? Okay, let's just go here. Think about all the other people. Are any other people giving their shit away for free? No. I am because I love you guys and I want to help you because I've been in this situation of being down on your luck and needing a real life mentor, a real life one who really doesn't ask for shit in return. You know, I want to give real value, real life value. So when people attack me, I get a little bit that like it just fires me up inside. So I'm sorry if we got off on the wrong foot, bro, but I really do put my whole life into these charts. Everything is behind these charts. And trading's my life, bro. It is. It changed my entire life. It's my biggest passion at anything in this world. I love these charts. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe these charts. I love them. It's not like, okay. I had some people on my Twitter. Guys, we're pretty much not going to get a trade today. So I just want to, I like where I'm going. And I really feel like I am providing value, even if it's not just, this game is 90% mental, man. And you need to be able to have mental fortitude. This is the only way you're going to make it. I wasn't ready to be profitable. You might not be ready mentally to accept the profitability. You might not be ready yet. I knew I was ready. So a lot of people on Twitter were asking me, yo, how many hours should I backtest for? If you got to ask that question, you're not ready, bro. Nobody had to ask me how many hours I had to backtest. Taylor had to ask me to get off the charts because my eyes were bleeding, okay? On the weekends, Taylor would want to go out, right? And I said, babe, I need, and she'd be upset. And granted, I could give her the life that she wants now because I put the hours in. After work, and I was in the elevator union. Nobody had to tell me to go and put hours in behind the charts. I did that myself because I wanted this shit bad. Bad. Nobody had to come to me and tell me. If you're asking me how many hours should I put in, you're approaching this the wrong way. Somebody should have to strip you physically away from the charts and be like, give it a break. That's the kind of effort you need to put in. Somebody has to come and strip you off the charts, or your eyes have to be freaking bleeding out of your fucking skull. To anyone telling you on the weekend, take a break, do not take a break. Do not take a break until you're ready for it. You don't deserve a break, bro. You don't. You don't deserve a break from those charts. You're not ready for a break. You didn't earn that break. Are you profitable? Is your family taken care of? Are your bills taken care of? Are you financially stable? You ain't ready for a break, bro. You're not. I'm sorry. You want to hear the truth, or you want me to tell you? You want me to just tell you it's all sunshine and rainbows? This is facts, bro. You gotta have guys. I have thousands of hours behind these charts, and let me say something to you right now. There is no 100% mechanical model that will make you profitable. If it's an algo, BlackRock has it, and it's not for sale. Okay? It's not for sale. And if it was for sale, you damn sure can't afford it because it'd probably be billions of dollars. Or maybe it's your boy ICT sitting in the van. Have you been in the van with him? Have you been in the van with Michael? If you haven't been in the van with Michael, you got to go put the screen time in, pal. Okay? Michael's in the van. You know what? I was in the van with Michael. We were sitting side by side. I saw the algorithm with him. He was right there. I said, "Hey, pal, how you doing?" It was him. He was in the van, and we were there together. So until you're ready for that, yeah. What? I actually been waiting for you to go on Chart Fanatics the most. No BS. Everyone on Chart Fanatics, smart as hell, and best teachers I've found on YouTube. Russell, I appreciate you tuning in. Honestly, yo, I want to give value. Like, Russell, I just feel like people need to. There's not a lot of people that are going to tell you 100% like it is. They're going to feed you this shit. You're going to see only the good stuff on Twitter. They're not going to show you the bad. They're only going to show you pieces of them that they want you to see. You got to understand that. Social media is a very, very deceptive place. Very deceptive, okay? And I stood away from social media for a long time. I was trading without social media. I wasn't ever going to be on socials. I made my social media so these prop firms would pay me. So if I ever got a big payout, I would have a leg to stand on. And then eventually it grew to the point where, people respected me because I just kept it 100. I do. All my money comes from trading, and I just share my honest and true journey. I'm 100% myself all the time. Nobody could ever tell me to not be me. I'm always going to be myself. I'm never putting on a show. There's no character. There's nothing. It's just Tyler all the time. It's me. I'm 100% real. And if that comes to the point where sometimes I get aggravated, it's because I'm passionate, bro. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what I put into this shit. And if somebody's attacking me and saying that, I'm not showing enough, it's like, bro, I really do feel like I'm giving probably some of the best value that people are going to see in this space, especially at no cost. No cost. Okay? That I feel like I'm giving plenty of stuff away for, especially with my video. I'm telling you guys, if you listen to my video on Chart Fanatics and you take it serious, it could set you financially free. It did for myself. I traded that model, right? I traded that model and I made $400,000. I traded that model exactly. Word for verbatim, how it was in that, and I put it on there in the podcast. I made the money trading that. There's no secrets. There's no shit that I left out. There's no like, you left some stuff out there. No, everything that was everything that I've done was on those charts. Everything. I gave you my shit for free, bro. That's financial freedom. But the problem is that people won't be able to wait for those setups. That's the problem, and this is why I go back to the motivations, because 90% of this shit is you sitting there and doing nothing. Nothing. You have to wait. You have to wait. This is a waiting game. You have to let the market come to you. You have to. You have to get on those charts and be like, holy shit, I need to take this setup. If I don't, I'm going to regret it. If you don't have that every time you come to the charts, you're not trading your system and you have no business trading. You have zero business being on those charts, bro. None. I traded that model and got 4K payout. Do you see? Do you see? Top G? Top G. Traded my model. 4K payout. Do you see? I'm giving real life value. Real stuff here. Real. Not no fake guru shit. This is real life stuff. This could change lives, bro. I'm telling you. I promise you. When I was on that podcast with Riz and I knew that I could touch the hearts and change the lives of you, I knew I did something big. I knew it. Because that's a real model, guys. I put 6 years into that fucking model. And I gave it to you because I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to take care of your family, have generational wealth. Granted, the setups don't come as often. They don't. But that's not to say that you can't back test it and make it in more of an intraday model. Some of the people that I see on Twitter, like Logan and Shakir, and these are just two students, like they're not even students of mine. They're just like friends. They're friends who happen to see the model and they adapted to it. They're seeing astonishing results. And that's because why? They're taking the model that they saw and they're going and putting a small refinement on it themselves. And they're tailoring it to them. And they're seeing amazing results. And that brings more value to me than any money that I'll ever make in the market. Any money. To help you guys out, if you're in a situation financially that you need to get out of and you're stuck, you're having financial issues and you want to find a way out. You hate your 9 to 5. You hate your job. You hate your life. This is a way out, man. You just got to be patient. You got to. I know you guys want it to happen fast, but it didn't happen fast for me. It didn't happen fast for anybody that's in the industry. If they're telling you that, they're lying, bro. If there's anybody that tell you that they're an overnight success, they're lying. Ask any of the traders. Ask Jade Cap. Ask Kane. Jade Cap has 12 years in this shit, man. 12 years. Okay? Kane, he has, tons of years behind this. This didn't happen overnight for them. This didn't happen overnight for me. This didn't happen overnight for anybody. I bet you Marco can tell you the same thing. Okay? I rip on Marco. He's my brother, but, he's probably has hours, endless hours. He's got years behind those charts, man. This is what makes you profitable. I passed the 50K phase 1 and phase 2. Thanks, bro. Do you see this right here? Look, I'm not even taking a trade today, but I feel like my day is made. Hearing stuff like that in the comments, it's amazing. It's literally, it's amazing. I love hearing stuff like that. How do you master your trading psychology? You master your trading psychology by doing things like this right here. You have an edge, you have data, you have a mathematical system. This is a game of probabilities. Probabilities. It has nothing to do with these candlesticks mean a lot, but what comes down to it is how many times does my trade win? If I get into a losing streak, how often does it occur? Can I refine the losing streak in a way where it's not so big? Can I refine my model in a way where I'm getting a larger win rate? Even if that means I'm coming to the charts less often. If that means even if I'm taking one trade a week, right? Guys, the market conditions will change. Just because you take a trade once a week on 1 week doesn't mean that you won't get 3 or 4 trades the next week, okay? You have to go and get the data on it. Some months are better than others. August, naturally, at summer months, the markets aren't as good. Okay? You have to be okay with that. You come and you execute your edge. If it's not there, you do not trade. Go watch streamers. Go back test. Go get more data. Make some refinements. Do everything except for actually put real life risk on the charts unless your edge and your data proven shit is there. That's it. It's far simpler than you guys could even imagine. The problem is that you're holding yourself back mentally because you can't adhere to your system. You feel like you got to trade every day. You feel like you got to go and watch these streamers. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're watching a streamer right now, I'll tell you, and you're signal botting them and copying their trades, I promise you, it's doing yourself a huge disservice. It's never going to end well. It's never going to end well. Guys, what value do you get from somebody by copying their trades? You understand nothing. Nothing. Zero. I don't even recommend you guys copy my trades. I recommend you guys take some of the knowledge that I give you here and backtest yourself. I'm sure Marco will tell you the same shit. He probably wants you to go. He comes to the charts. He executes his edge. If he could teach you some part of it, and then you guys can go and refine it and go and take it into your own way of trading it. That's what we want you to do. I don't want you to come and copy the same trades as me. I do not want you to do that because you learn absolutely fucking nothing. You don't learn anything. Teach a man to fish or give a man to fish. Give a man a fish. Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. Same thing goes with trading. Same exact thing. These are just the facts of life, man, and I'm going to give it to you straight up. I'm going to be your world's best friend, but not the friend that you always want, right? The friend that you need. The friend that you need. The person you need in your life, not always the person that you want, okay? You know, you could have a yes man that's by your side telling you, oh, you're doing everything right, this and that. I'm going to tell you 90% of you probably right now in this chat are fucking up somehow, in some way, in your trading. That's why you're not profitable. You want to know the truth? That's the truth. The reason why you're not profitable is because it's probably not even your edge. It's probably you. Look at me. I'm going to look at you in the face when I tell you this. You are the reason why you're holding yourself back. It has nothing to do with these candlesticks on the screen. Nothing. It has everything to do with you. You are your problem, bro. And as soon as you realize that and you take accountability for that shit, you're gonna see a world of success. As soon as I told myself, it's not these candlesticks, Tyler, it's you. You're over-risking, you're over-leveraging, you're trading a time frame that doesn't align with yourself psychologically, you're getting too emotional in your trades. As soon as you realize that and you tell yourself, I'm the reason why I'm not profitable. It's not the candlesticks, it's not my family, it's not my friends, it's not people telling me that I can't do this. It's you, bro. This is a you versus you battle. As soon as you come to terms with that and you understand that, you know what? I think I'm holding myself back, and you take time away from the charts and you go and back test, and now you have data, and now you're confident when you get into your trades. Now you're like, holy cow, I've seen this play time and time again. I've seen this play time and time again. If I get stopped out, this is an A+ setup, and I'm okay with losing. Why? Because I've seen this play. I haven't seen this play. Look, guys, I haven't seen this play. Well, I've seen it, right? But in my data, this is a no-go. This is a no entry. So why would I take it? Why? It makes no sense. So I'm not gonna. And it's as simple as that. But this is the hardest part that people have, right? Something so stupid that like, okay, I've seen this play, but in my data, it doesn't typically work out. But I'm still going to take it. Why? Because I'm an emotional wreck and I feel like I need to trade today. This is the problem right here. This is you. This is all you, bro. It's not the candlesticks. It's you. I got to do a lot of self-reflecting after listening to you. I mean, guys, I'm telling you like it is, bro, because I've done all this shit. I've done all of it, all of the bad stuff, all of it, more than you could even imagine, bro. I know how it feels. That's why I'm speaking to you from pain that is still here inside of me, because I'm connecting to each one of you. Yo, do me a favor. Do me a favor. In the chat right now, drop a 1 if you're still struggling, whether that's mentally or it's whether it's psychologically in the market or it's just with your edge in the market. Drop a 1 in the chat. I want to know who's struggling. And you know what? If you have the balls to say that you're still struggling, that's your first action of credibility right there. Drop a 1 right now in the chat. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see this? That's the first part. And the fact that you guys can own up to that you're still struggling, that takes balls, bro. I'm telling you right now. Look at, even Bella's in here. Even Bella's in here. If you guys don't know Bella, she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. Bella's in here. If you're struggling, right? And look at this. All these people are still struggling. And guess what, guys? I'm going to help you get through that. I'm going to help you get through that. Me. Okay? You guys all got what it takes. Now, drop in the comments right now, right? Give me your biggest issue that you guys got going on in the markets right now. Whether it be mental, you think it's a mental issue? Or do you think that it is a statistical edge and that you don't have enough back testing? Let me know what it is. It's FOMO, okay? Love you guys. I love you too. Let me know right now. I want to know and you got to have accountability for this. You got to know what's your biggest issue. My biggest issue, and I'll tell you, it's still an issue that I run into, is letting go of my bias. And yeah, that's really my biggest issue, is that when I have a bias, I never think it's wrong. Edge, mental, hate to lose, edge and mental, tilt and revenge trading, right? Okay, see? And the fact that you guys, lack of solid playbook, poor risk management, bias, edge, okay. And see, that's the first step, ignoring high time frame. Exactly. And that's huge. And the fact that you guys can even say that, that's the first part, because that was the hardest thing for me to do, is admit, Tyler, what are you actually doing wrong? What's really the issue going on here? And as soon as I wrote that, and you guys, every single one of you, all of them agreed being the big one. Bias, revenge trading, mental. And that's the problem. I know I need to tweak and refine, but it's the grind to get it just right. And that takes time, bro. That takes time. Don't follow the system. I were profitable, but anxiety crisis blown my account. And guys, all of these things, right? And I'm going to touch on this. All these things that you're struggling with right now, there's a simple fix. When you get into the market, right? You have to tell yourself, and you have to give yourself a disciplinary action if you break your rule. You have to. Guys, I know this is selling at my TP and taking low quality trades. Okay. This is the main issue here. You have to be okay with walking away. You have to force yourself to do this shit, because no, hold on, I need water, guys. I'm talking up a storm. Hold on. You have to keep yourself. Hold on. Let me get back here. You have to keep yourself accountable. Nobody else is going to do this but you. You have to go and be like, this is what every single time you fuck up, right? Every time. You have to have a handwritten journal, right? Hold on. Let me show you something here. Give me a sec. Let me get you some shit here. This is real life stuff, okay? Hold on. Let me get my other journal here. Give me a sec. I'm looking for it. Okay, here's one of them. Here's two, okay? Hold on, guys. This is good stuff. Okay. Here's my journals. Okay? Here are my journals. Every time I did something bad, right, I wrote down in here what I did wrong. What did you do wrong today, Tyler? Were you over emotional? Were you taking trades outside of your system? Did you not trade your edge? Oh, you over risked. Oh, you over leveraged? Okay, you can't trade tomorrow. You don't deserve to trade. You do not deserve to trade. You have to there's the only person that's going to be, and that's what I tell you, is that if you're not disciplined in other areas of your life, how are you going to be disciplined on the charts? How? You're never going to be able to walk away, because everything else outside of your life is fucked up. So that's the first part. The first part outside of the charts. Make sure you're dialed in, disciplined. Your diet's locked in. You got to be exercising. These things are inside of you, and they're going to project outside. Okay? So, guys, and since there's no trades, we're going to talk about this, because this is more important than the charts. I promise you guys. This is when we get a trade live, which we will one day, but as far as today, we're going to talk about real life stuff. This is the shit that matters. This is the stuff that not a lot of people will tell you about, okay? Because they don't have a clue in the world what they're talking about, because they've never actually been through it. I have. So every single day, guys, look. Okay, hold on. Guys, do you want to read this? I wrote this note to myself. I wrote this note to myself in this book over a year ago. Do you want me to read it? I swear to God. Yo, Riz, whoever's watching this, yo, I'm going to read this note that I wrote to myself a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, I wrote this shit. It's right here. I swear to God, I did not write this a day ago. This has been in this book, and Taylor could vouch for me. Taylor could vouch for me. Do you want me to read this to you? I wrote this to myself a year and a half ago when I was in New York and I was still struggling. I'm going to read it to you because this is some powerful shit, okay? I wrote, this is my trading journal / manifestation journal. I have made this journal to document my strategy for futures and Forex, right? I swear to God, I wrote this a year and a half ago. And I believed it, guys. I believed it. I wrote, I have made this journal to document my strategy for futures and Forex. I will look back on this when I'm a multi-millionaire from trading, managing millions of dollars in profit from capital and withdrawing millions from the market. I live my dream life in Miami, Florida, and I am beyond blessed for everything God has and this universe has provided me. I'll be able to look back at this and know how far I've came in my life and all the achievements I have manifested. I am blessed. I am abundant. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. I wrote this shit a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago. And I believed it to my fucking core, bro. To my core. There was no way anybody was going to talk me out of this shit. No way. This is real life. I was delusional. I wrote this a year and a half ago in this book. And I still have it. This is like my pride and joy. Crazy, bro. Crazy. I swear to God. I have another note. Look at the date. Look at the date. Bro, I swear to God. 8/16/2024. Hold on. Let me get that up on the camera. Fuck, you can't see it. Oh, can you see it? You see it? 8/16/2024. Let me read this one. Ready? Guys, this is a good one. 8/16/2024. I swear to God. You saw the date right there. You see it? Make sure you see it. You see that date? Okay, watch this. I never was meant to live an average life, work an average job, because I'm not average. This is my story. This is my life, and I'm the main character. With God's blessing and the manifestation, I committed with my faith in the universe. I'm a multi-millionaire from trading. I manage millions of dollars in capital. I live my dream life in Miami, driving my dream car in my dream apartment, which I fucking do now. I drive my BMW X3M in my dream apartment in Miami. This is how my story is written. Working hard, working for myself, creating my vision for myself. Thank you, God, and thank you, universe. I'm eternally grateful for everything provided to me in this life. This is the real stuff. Who's doing that? This is real shit. This just gave me the chills, bro. This gave me the chills just now. I swear, it just sent a chill down my spine. I wrote that 8/16/2024. That's a year ago. That's almost a year. That's over a year ago. That was 6 days ago. I wrote this a year ago in this book. Crazy, bro. Crazy. I swear, guys, this shit is powerful, bro. You got to go and do this. You got to go and keep yourself accountable in these books. Write your goals, write your dreams in here, bro. This is everything. This changed my life. Did you guys see the post that I made of the whiteboard? I had a whiteboard that I slept next to on my bed. I don't make this stuff up. This isn't shit just for content. Like, I had that book for over a year and a half. I had that book, and I saved it. And I wrote every single day. I even have notes here, because you got to do this shit. I swear. Hold on. I even have notes here. Let me pull it up. They're in here. I wrote every single day. I would write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times at night, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. It's called the 3-6-9 method. I would write, I am a multi-millionaire funded trader. I am a multi-millionaire funded trader. I am a multi-millionaire funded trader. 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. It's called the 3-6-9 method. It's a manifestation method. And I don't know whether you believe in a higher power or God or manifestation or anything, but I'm telling you guys, you can do anything that you put your mind to. You just got to believe in it. You really have to visualize like it already happened. Don't let anybody, and the people, this is a big thing. The people that are sucking your energy and telling you can't do it, get them the fuck out of your life. Get them away. You don't need them. You do not need them. Anybody telling you that you can't do this, this is a fallacy, this is something that you can never achieve, they're talking out of their ass. Get them away. That's negative energy that you want no part of that. Nothing. Anybody that's bringing you down, telling you you're crazy, every single one of you that are in this chat right now, every single one of you right now in this chat are going to make it. Do you want to know why? Because I'm here to help you. I'm going to help you do it. Me, personally, because I want to. Because I love you guys and I care about you. Every single one of you guys got what it takes. Just trust me when I tell you that you need to lock in mentally. And you need to lock in data. Those are the two biggest things. When you're done here and this stream is done and you're not trading today, go put the time in behind the charts. Please. If you got other obligations, you got family obligations, there's always time. For the people that say, I don't have time, there's always fucking time. There's always time, bro. There's never not time. You could always make time. So if you guys want this bad enough, you got to get the data and you got to shift your mind mentally. You got to tell yourself you're already profitable. You got to understand. You got to visualize it. You got to know, I did this. I made it happen already because I was already there. I told myself I did it already. I physically thought, and I told my parents, I said, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I told everyone around me, I said, I'm going to be a millionaire doing this shit. And people were like, nah, no way. No way. I was like, really? Watch. And I was delusional. I didn't let anybody tell me otherwise. Didn't give a shit. I didn't care about work. I cared about this. And that's how you got to be. That's how you make it to the 1%. You got to be crazy, bro. There's nothing else. This is a mindset. This is a mindset. Being a millionaire is a mindset. You know, being a profitable trader is a mindset. It's not an edge. You are the edge. I'm good at this and I'm profitable because I'm fucking dialed in, bro. I live this shit. I'm a workaholic. I love work. I don't give a shit about the weekends still. I don't even care. And I'm already profitable because what do you think I'm doing on the weekends? I take some time for myself now, but as soon as I'm done, I'm back on those charts and I'm getting better every day. You know? Hell yeah, you are the edge. Guys, and I for anyone that thinks that I wrote that, I just want to make this evidently clear. And I'll have Taylor come here and tell you, I wrote that shit a year and a half ago. Well, a year ago. The August 14th, I wrote that a year ago, and that the note in the back, I wrote that over a year ago. It wasn't some shit that I planned now to like get some content for you guys. No. I got nothing to hide. I keep my shit 100% authentic. I legit, everything that I've done is the power of manifestation, the power of God, and believing in myself. And putting the work in behind the charts. I've done it all. It's a culmination of everything. It's all of the things in your life. All of it. All of it. I knew I was ready for this. I knew I had it. I never felt like a regular guy. I wasn't meant to work construction. I wasn't meant to work. I was meant for some big stuff, man. And I feel like this is it. I really do. I'm at a platform now where I could touch the hearts of others and change lives. You know what? And if I could bless other people, then God will bless me. And the universe will bless me. And that's how I feel. I was meant to do this shit. I'm telling you. I was meant to talk to people. I have a way with connecting with people because it's real life. Real value. So, Tyler's the best. Imagine getting out the hamster wheel and taking the time to help others. Do the same. Not many do that. Yeah, 100%. I finally got out of the rat race, and the first thing that I wanted to do was help others. Why? Because there's a greater purpose in life than making money. Making money's cool, right? Financial freedom's great. I don't even care about the money. I care more about the fact that I don't got to wake up and put my boots on anymore and go in the freezing cold in New York and work in an elevator shaft. I don't got to do it anymore. To days are done. And that was the greatest, most freeing feeling in my entire life. To be able to wake up and do whatever the hell I want. To be able to take care of my family. To be able to get my girlfriend, future fiance, her dream car. To be in her dream apartment. To, one day I'm going to retire her. She's not going to be working anymore. Her dad's not going to be working anymore. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to have generational wealth. Because I won't rest until I take care of everybody. Everybody's got to be taken care of. And then I can enjoy myself. The one thing I bought myself when I made a lot of money was this watch. That's it. I got myself one gift. One gift because I always wanted a nice watch. That was the only thing that I bought myself. That was it. Everything else I want to do for other people. I don't give a shit about materialistic stuff. I really don't. I care about, I want to get it. I want to have everybody else in my life straight and right and taken care of. And then you can go and enjoy the good shit in life. What are your thoughts on staying away? Yo, come on, dude. In NYC labor union, 2 years grinding to escape this hellhole. Johnny, I was in the before I was in the elevator union, I was in the laborers union, local 66 in was it 66? I think it was local 66 in Long Island. I was in the laborers union. That was some of the hardest work I've ever done. They gave me a sledgehammer, and I would have to go to these schools, and we'd have to demo these schools, bro. And I would have that, a sledgehammer, and a wheelbarrow, and I'd be wheelbarrowing out cinder blocks. And I was like, yo, I got to get out of this shit, right? It was bad, man. It was in the blistering sun. I was like, I felt it in my soul. I said, this is not me. This is not me at all. And you'll know, man. It'll be inside of you. You'll know. It's like, I'm not meant for, like, if you're working your job and you're not happy and you feel like you shouldn't be there, that's a sign from God. That's a sign from the universe that that's not what you should be doing. And I'm not telling you to go and quit your job. This has to be This has to be a statistical thing that, I knew I was ready. I had my edge, right? And I put the debt on my cards when I knew I could access the bank's credit, and then I can go. And if you knew with the CFD firms, you get, as soon as you pass, you get that money back. So I just thought of it as a loan. And I was like, Tyler, if you just adhere to this system, the same system that I put on Chart Fanatics for free, that could set you all financially free, if you just adhere to it, and the people in the chat that could tell you are seeing results from it right now, I bet you that their trading success takes a huge turn. A huge turn. And that's not to knock any other traders, but I do think that I curated one of the best systems because I put so much time into that shit, man. So much time. Like hours, guys. Like, you don't understand. Like, refining hours and hours and hours a day, like staring at these freaking unmoving candlesticks on the weekend. Wild. Yeah, so this guy could be my 10th cousin removed. Yeah, no, Russell, I'm from Long Island, New York. Not from Brooklyn. I got a Long Island accent. Blood, sweat, and tears. Hell yeah. This is what it takes to get there, bro. You gotta have that, man. So, and guys, I'm just like, I'm like got chills from reading that because I haven't picked up that book. And that was the first time I picked up that book. I didn't even know the date. It was sitting in my my folder here, and I haven't picked that book up in over a year and a half. And to read that shit out loud to you guys, it literally was like wild, because every single thing on that note, I've done it. I'm in my dream apartment. I got Taylor the dream car. I'm in the dream car right now. All this shit happened because I believed in myself. You don't understand the power of your mind. It's literally insane, man. The power of your mind is an incredible, incredible thing. Jay, you're from Long Island? Oh, guys, Papa Gene is in here. Papa Gene is my future father-in-law. And guess what? Papa Gene, guys, I plan on retiring Papa Gene. Papa Gene actually just got his live account ready, up and rolling. Oh, my light died. All right, my light died. But anyway, Papa Gene just got his live account up and rolling, and we're going to turn him into a millionaire. We're going to turn him into a millionaire. What helped me learn? I'm going to tell you what helped me learn. It was guys, I'm sorry. Let me plug my light in real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Let me plug the light in. We need the light back. Give me 1 sec. I'm right here, guys. Just give me a sec. Plug the light in. Shit. Maybe we do it like this. Hold on, guys. The light died. All right, it's fine. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. It's a little dark, but the light died. I got to charge it. What was I saying? Guys, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Because the light died. All right. Anyway, you guys can still see me. Putting Strong Island on the map all day, every day. Let's get it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, guys. Guys, I feel like that was a good talk today. I really do. I just kind of came natural to me. I didn't plan any of it. I don't plan any of these streams ever. I kind of just speak from the heart. No, Russell, I don't smoke weed. No, it's not something I do. I don't even drink, and that's one thing. I also say is like I don't do none of that. I just, I'll smoke hookah because I like hookah, but I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol. My diet's locked in. It's like, guys, I'm dialed in on all on all areas of my life, all areas, and that's what helps me stay dialed in for the charts. You have to be like this. I'm like a lunatic, man. I really am. Yes, Papa Gene, you are a millionaire. We're going to get you there. I only smoke profits. Weed helps me remember and focus, but only while I'm trading. Any other time, I'm forgetful. Sir, I'm trading since 1 year, and I backtested my strategy, and I take a trade on weekly charts on gold. I will be able to capture 1 to 20 around 800 pips, but my win rate is 30%. How can I improve? Oh, Bella's still here? Hell yeah, Bella. Guys, sorry about the light. We're going to have to deal without the light. I'm going to... Next stream, I'll plug it in. I forgot to plug it in. But you guys can still see me just fine. So how you can fix that is that you can take this... Go through your profitable trades, right? Go through the trades that you took a win on. Analyze every single candlestick that's going on. Whether maybe the candle closes a doji. Maybe the candle... focusing on specific candle closures, and since you're on a weekly chart, it's not going to be as easily correlated with time. But look, I would focus more on specific candle closures. So I don't know what your system is exactly, what you're trading, but one thing that really helped me is that when I was trading the Trident pattern, I liked and I saw a lot more profitability with doji candles, and obviously correlate, guys. And one thing I will state is that you need to prioritize time in the market. Time comes first, then price. That's why I'm only trading from 9:30 to 9:50, because outside of that window, right? Outside of that window, the probabilities are way lower. You're gonna think a fair value gap printed on 9:30 is gonna be the same as a fair value gap printed at 10:30? No way, dude. No way. Time comes first. Remember that. Time, then price. ICT may be a lunatic, but he is right on that. He is right. That's one thing that changed my trading astronomically. It's focusing on price. It's focusing on time. Focusing on time. So, and I focused on one kill zone, which was London. And we're talking about the Trident pattern. The one was on Chart Fanatics. I traded the other sessions, right? New York, Asia. The profitability wasn't there. The profitability was from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. But the best fair value gaps, right, printed on a new hour. So 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. FVGs, like a 3 a.m. FVG on the Trident pattern is just, it's like, dude, I'll risk my entire account on that, because I'm telling you, bro, that trade won't fail. As if it's aligned with higher time frame, there's no way. It would have to be crazy for that trade to fail. Because everything is so dialed in. It's like, I'm getting a doji candle. It's at 3 o'clock. It's at 3 a.m. The daily's lined up. The 30 minutes lined up. I have like, my EMAs are aligned. Everything's stacking. I'm above the 200 EMA. Everything is there. I have like 6 confluences now. How the hell is this trade going to lose? I get in that trade and I'm like drooling at the mouth. I'm like, I got to get in this trade. I set my limit order and I know it's going to run. It's going to run. All you got to do is walk away now. Don't be attached to the monetary value of it. Let the trade do its work. That's it. In the near future, a Discord and a PDF of PO3. Okay. Absolutely. That's the condition I need. I have loved this talk more than the chart analysis today. Yeah, guys, because think about it. The charts only mean so much. The charts they mean a small amount. This is way bigger than those candlesticks. I'm telling you right now, because I personally gone through it. It goes way deeper than the candles on the charts. Because think about it like this, guys. You could have my model, right? Oh, shit. Okay. You could have my model. I grabbed the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay. You can have my model, right? But you still may, I'm telling you right now, 95% of you still won't even be able to execute it. Why? It's because you're not ready to handle it yet. Can you handle the longest trade I sat through was 3 weeks. You guys think that you could sit through a trade for 3 weeks while being up 25 grand and not pulling the trigger? Because I did. Because I was ready. Because I had the data. Not a lot of you are going to be able to do that until you're ready mentally. So it goes far beyond the charts. You can maybe have my model, but can you sit through a trade like I did? I sat through a trade for 3.5 weeks. A USD JPY short. I made 50. I actually made more than that. It was like, because after the profit split, it ended up being like 65 and change because it was an 85% profit split. But I took away 51,000. Could you imagine being up 30 grand and not taking profits? I didn't. I sat through the goddamn thing because I knew to wait. I knew that I would be hindering myself by taking the trade. Are you ready to go and do that? If you're not, then you got to go put more time in behind the charts. That's why 90% of this comes from within you. I was able to sit through that because I had the data. Your edge is your mindset, not the charts. That's why every time I come here is that I focus more on that because that's going to bring you more value. I needed somebody to talk to me like this. I needed somebody to tell me the harsh truth, the harsh reality. You know, focusing on, you got to get screen time in, man. That's something nobody will ever be able to teach you. You got to get time in behind those charts. And I will reiterate this to you time and time and time again until I'm blue in the goddamn face because it's so crucial. Because 80% of this can be mechanical, but you need discretion in your trading. You need time behind the chart to say, I've seen this play out. You know, this is my model, but maybe I want to stay out of this for a reason. Maybe I got news coming in. Maybe I didn't like a candle closure. Like, these are little things that you're going to ask me, Tyler, why did you not get into that trade? Because I have trader's intuition. I have that. Although my model is 85% mechanical, sometimes I sit out of a trade because I just know better. I have the time. I'm like, I don't really like how this candlestick's closing. I don't really like how we closed above this fair value gap. I don't really like this inversion. I don't like that we come and didn't retest that. It's like all this stuff is stuff that I've seen because I have the hours in. The more you watch and the more you analyze the charts, the more confident you'll be in your trades. So to say that, and remember each and every single one of you that dropped a 1 that said that you were struggling because you got FOMO or like you think your edge isn't there. It's like all of this stuff will be erased and you could change this really, really fast. If you just simply do less, I promise you, do less. Look for one setup and take this as a word of advice, right? Drop in the chat right now. I want to know something. Fundamentals, I'm going to tell you right now, fundamental analysis does not matter in swing trading. Technicals are king. Fundamentals drive technicals. It's just volatility. Technicals are king. Remember that. Remember this. And you could call me crazy. Technical analysis trumps everything. Fundamentals drive technicals. They provide volatility for technicals. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. Do you follow me? This isn't an opinion. It's a fact. I've had data on it. Think about it. Fundamentals is just an injection of liquidity into the market. That's it. So, I want you guys to drop tech drives fundamentals. That's it. It's not nothing more than that. Nothing more. Guys, if you can go back in time, I'm going to tell you, the two easiest things to trade, especially swinging, hand to God, you're going to call me crazy, is CPI and NFP. Why? Because the higher time frame, some of my biggest trades are on CPI and NFP, and it's not gambling. It's from a statistical edge in the market because those data-driven news events are going to drive volatility on the higher time frames of where it wants to go. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. It's not some random news event that's driving price. Price has a direction, and the higher time frames are going to correlate with that based on those news. I'm telling you, those are some. If you go and study CPI and NFP, those are some of the easiest days to trade on the higher time frame. I swear to God, you're going to call me a psychopath, but it's true. Yo, drop in the chat. Do you guys trade for more than 1 hour a day? Drop a 1 in the chat if you were on the charts for more than 1 hour a day. Drop a 1 in the chat right now. I want to know. How many of you are on the charts for more than 1 hour a day? I need to know. I need to know. More than 1 hour a day. Drop a 1. Look at that. It's nearly all of you. 12 hours a day? Holy cow, dude. This is the problem. This is... Hold on. Let me open my blinds real quick. Hold on, guys. Okay. Here we go. This is a huge problem. This is a huge problem right here. Okay. You guys want to do me a favor? Pretty much looking at them all day. Okay. You guys want to do me a favor? This is what you're going to do. Whatever your edge is, right? Whatever your... Okay. And why... And okay. This is what I'm going to do. I look at charts for 12 hours, but trade for 4 hours. Russell, that's a long time, bro. And think about how much mental capital you guys are giving up by doing that. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of work. The more time you're on the charts and the more time that you're looking at candlesticks, right? The more time you're going to make a mistake. You're going to fuck something up. You are. You're going to see a play, and since you're fatigued mentally from looking at, and you're not as sharp between the ears anymore, you're going to make a mistake. That's what's going to happen. So, what I recommend, okay, typically what session do you guys trade? Does everyone here typically trade New York session? Is typically everybody here trade New York? Oh, well, if you're, like, do you trade, are most people here trading futures? New York. Let me know what session you guys are trading. London and New York. London and New York. Okay, now let me know, are you guys trading futures or CFDs? CFD. Futures or CFD? Okay. New York and London. Okay. Now, just hear me out here and go and test it on yourself, okay? When you're trading New York, right? CFDs. Okay. When you're trading London, right? Okay. If you're trading futures, focus on the first. This may sound crazy. Focus on the first 30 minutes of the market opening, and take your edge, whatever your edge is, right, and refine it to the first 30 minutes of the market opening. Okay, and then if you're trading London and you're trading CFDs, an hour, 1 hour, and take your edge and try and confine it. Trust me, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be big. Try and confine it and backtest it to having a smaller time window on the charts and focusing on individual candlesticks. Think about it. If you're focusing on there's just 30-minute time window, and even if it's the 1 minute, it's only 30 candles. 30 candles. Now you can dissect, and it's like, okay, now you can go into each individual candlestick. You'll be sharper between the ears. You'll be on the charts a less amount of time, and I promise you, hand to God, that your edge will be stronger. Just try it. If it sucks, come back here and tell me you're a freaking idiot, Tyler. I promise you guys will probably see better results. Just take whatever. If you're trading London, focus on the London Open for an hour. If you're trading CFDs, even 30 minutes is enough. And then if you're in a trade, look for a trade within the first 30 minutes to an hour of London. And then if you want to ride the continuation of New York, you have to be in a trade already. You're not looking for trades anymore. You could be in a trade, but you're no longer looking. And then for New York, focus on the first 30 minutes of the market opening. The NASDAQ. The first 30 minutes, 9:30 to 10. And see if you could, whatever your edge is right now, it doesn't have to be anything correlated to me, but just back test that and focus on a smaller window of time. And take notes, and I promise you that since you're on the charts less, your mindset will be sharper. You could find more minute details in that, and I bet you that you find more success. And then after that window, right, you get off the charts. You have a time. You set a timer on your phone. After this 30 minutes, you do not trade anymore. You walk the fuck away. And if you don't walk away and you take a trade outside your system, you cannot trade the next day. And you have to be able to adhere to that. You walk away. You can't trade. If you break your rule and you trade outside your system, you have to have something that you do to yourself. You either lock yourself out of your trading day tomorrow, which I recommend, which was what I used to do, and you have to journal what you did wrong. But I promise you, focus on a smaller criteria of time. I bet you see I bet you your trading takes a huge turn. Because that's what I did. Will surely follow. He still hasn't asked permission to marry my daughter. Papa Gene, can I marry Tay? I'm using 1 hour for structure, M5 for entry. Sauce all over the place. So true. I trade for only 45 minutes, up to 50% of my live account. Following your footsteps. I'm going to do this. I have to say, I'm so proud of this kid. He really was born to do this. Papa Gene, love you. I love you, Papa Gene. Only futures. So like I said, guys, if you're focusing on futures, and particularly the NASDAQ, guys, and this is what I will say, focus on one instrument. Focus on the first, I'm telling you guys, focus on the first 30 minutes of what the NASDAQ is doing every single day. That's it. If you're trading futures, focus on NQ. Don't trade anything else. You have to, until you're ready to trade other assets, you have to devote your time to one pair, one asset, and one pair. If you're trading CFDs, every single one of you that dropped a 1 in that chat, you got no business trading anything else other than one pair. One singular pair. That's it. One pair. If you're swing trading using my Trident pattern, obviously you got to use multiple pairs because the entries aren't going to be as often. But if you're trading you're taking M5 entries, you trade one pair. That's it. Nothing else. You focus on one pair and you become so goddamn good at that one pair that you know it like the back of your hand. That's how I was with gold, and that's how I was with UJ. Gold, guys, when I swing trade gold, I know gold like the back of my hand when I was swing trading gold. And UJ. NASDAQ right now, for me, NASDAQ, the first 30 minutes of the market opening, I'm becoming a scientist to this. A scientist. I know NQ like the back of my hand at the open. I know it. I look for something particular. If I don't see it, I don't trade. I'm and knowing that I'm only trading such a small window of 20 minutes, it's like I'm dialed in. Dialed. Everything's got to align or I'm not trading. YM6E for me. Awesome. That's great. Master one and you'll make money. You only need one pair. Guys, if I only wanted to swing one pair, I would just swing gold. That's it. I'm that good at swing trading gold. I'm that good. My best results were swing trading gold. I hit some of the hugest trades you'll ever see. Huge. Huge trades. If I were to only swing one pair and I had to let every single else pair go, I would just swing gold. That's it. That's all you need. I added more pairs in because I was ready for that. I was ready. I knew that I could have my guys. The thing is that when you have multiple pairs, your mind's being pulled in multiple different directions. Even if you're trading SPX, if you're trading ES, it moves entirely different than NASDAQ. I don't recommend intraday trading ES. It's a little bit slower. I like the volatility of NQ on the open, so that's why I trade NQ. As far as my swing trading goes, I prefer ES. Why? It moves smoother. It moves cleaner. These are all things that I journaled and I jotted down. I like NQ for my scalps. Why? Because it moves a lot faster. It'll hit my TP faster. There's more injected volume. There's more volatility. That's what I want when I'm scalping or intraday trading. When I'm swinging, I want smoother price action, not as much liquidity wicks. I want ES or YM, so US 30 or SPX 500. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? What's your thoughts on gold now? Let's take a look. Right now, incredibly bearish on gold. We're below the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Let's see our daily. Daily's a mess. I mean, look at this. The daily's a wreck. Oh, wait. Let me change this from 50 to... Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. Well... Yeah, gold is in, it's, you got no business trading it right now. For me, like, I'm not even interested in swings. Look, we're below the 200 here. On the daily, we're above it, but our EMAs are a wreck. Look at this. This is Chop City. This is Chop City. This is garbage price action. This is just consolidation. Look, from April 22nd to August, almost 20, this is almost April, May, 3 months of garbage. Look at this. Chop. This. You know what this is called? This is account blowing city right here. This is brutal. You got no business trading this right now. I'm not looking for nothing, and I'm okay with sitting and waiting for the market conditions to turn around. I'll simply just scalp. You know what I mean? You got to be okay with that. I'm cool with waiting. I let the market come to me. I'm not in a rush. The market will be here tomorrow. Chop City, right, Logan? Logan's here. It's brutal. Gold is chopping. Chop City, no Diddy, yeah. It's bad. That's why I suck at gold right now. Yeah, guys, look at gold. It's just bad, man. It's ranging. You got no business trading. Just stay away from gold right now. Let gold decide what it wants to do. Let it break out in one of the directions, either long or short. Because right now, it has no idea what the hell it wants to do. It's been consolidating since April. You don't want to trade that. Those are low probability conditions. Stay away from those markets. You got to be okay with being like, okay, let me trade a different asset. Or if you want to trade it, you got to be just in and out on a scalp on a lower time frame. You're not trading the higher time frames off that. You're not. Waiting pays, exactly. Tyler, I got the bull trading indicator that doesn't repaint. Are you still using it? 100%. I'm still using it. Wait, can I bring up my... Okay, yeah. Here, right here. Here's my trading view. Oh, I have it turned off right now. Boom. Let me turn this back on, this back on, this back on. Okay. Boom. Yeah, I'm always using it. It's hard to stay away from such consolidation. Yeah, but you got it. You got to hold yourself accountable. Nobody else is going to do it. Look at NQ just plummeting. The name is time frame continuity. Correct. Bull trading indicator is king for swings. Shakir, I put you guys onto that indicator. That indicator is crazy. And like I told you, a guy from work had it on his charts. I was like, yo, Dave, what is that? He's like, yo, this is a bull trading indicator. He's a scalper. I was like, yo, I freaking like this. It shows the volume of candles. Basically shows you like if your candle's closing bullish or bearish, or like it's an indecision candle. And it's freaking awesome for swing trading. Even for intraday scalping, it's a super strong indicator. Do you guys want to see it? Hold on, I'll pull it up. Hold on here. Let me get the script up in case you guys want it. Right here. It's right here, chat. It's right here in case you guys want it. Here's the bull trading indicator I use. If you guys like it. It's totally free indicator. If you guys want to check it out, go ahead. If not, no big deal. Yeah, so the indicators I use here are just the FVG indicator by Nephew Sam. Really good indicator. It should just prints FVGs that, like, sometimes they're small and the naked eye won't be able to actually catch it. So this prints it for me. And then the only thing I change is I turn off delete boxes after fill. I like to see the boxes there after even after they've been filled. And then just a sessions indicator and my EMAs. I keep it pretty simple. You know, I let price do the talking. Where can we get that? Your two go-to indicator, Tyler. My two go-to indicators. If I only had to pick two, bull trading indicator, right? This one, this is legit fire, guys. Like, I love this indicator. It's that good. Like, I love using this. Like, I could trade without it. I just prefer it. It's so good. It's awesome. This is my number one. So it should be on TradingView. You could catch it there. It's free. Totally free. And then my other one, obviously, my Bollinger Bands with these settings. 200 instead of typically it's 20. I changed it to 200. Basis, I changed to EMA. But yeah, those are like my two holy grails. It's really three. I really need this, the Bollinger Band, the EMAs, and the bull trading indicator. I just have my session indicator there to show me my power of 3. I like these 2 candles to be shown. So that's for my swing entries. Correct. Thanks for sharing that, homie. Mine's Elliott and all chart patterns on Premium Trading View. Yeah, man. I like to keep it a little bit more simple now, and this is enough for me. It's plenty. It works great. It's freaking awesome. It repaints, Tyler, the bull trading. I have been using it for years. Actually, self-forgiveness. For me, it doesn't, okay. For me, I'll get a closure, right? This closure will happen in real time. It will happen. This will close green. It has to close green in real time. I know what you mean, that sometimes it can repaint. Like, sometimes it can, like this could be printing red, right? And then it could have a bullish move and then repaint and then become green, right? Yes, that is true. But I'm solely looking for entries when these paint real time. In real time, it'll have to close green. Do you understand? Most of the time, it does close green, but there are some situations where it will repaint, and I'll stay out of those. So sometimes, like say you had this big bullish move here. I can almost guarantee that this candle, this 2 a.m. candle, closed black and red and then changed once you had this big bullish move. But however, here on this trade on NQ that I did take, right, this printed green in real time. In real time. So you have to just, like I said, in your back testing, although it works better in real time and more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you're trading, when you're like futures, like when you're trading in real time, Is it available for Ninja? No. But yeah, you could use, check it in replay. Exactly, Shakir. Exactly. Oh, forward testing was the word I was looking for. Forward testing. Yes. But yeah, most of the time, these play in real time. Like, this is an NFP candle here. Like, these are some big trades I get, guys. Big trades. Like, I've been sharing this slightly, but this is the journaling that I do. This is the stuff that I do. Okay? I do it on TradingView. And I have things written out. All of it. Let me see here. Look. CPI. Boom. Like, some of my best trades are on these Ds because it's very, very easy to know what's going to go on. And all of this is handwritten stuff. Like, I've been implementing the DAX now as well. I have all data on this stuff. But yeah, I would love to know what CF thinks of my son-in-law's talent. I think we're doing it. Guys, did you guys enjoy the stream today? Did you guys enjoy the stream? Oh, hey, Marky. Wait, Marky. You're right here. What are you talking about? How are you in the chat? You're right here, bud. I've been using you all morning. I've been cleaning my baseboards, my kitchen sink. You've been right here, pal. I did. Oh. OBS Studio disconnected. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, boy. I froze. Uh-oh. Am I back? Am I back? It said OBO Studio disconnected. We're back. Yo, that was I don't even know what just happened there. It said OBO Studio disconnected. Is there any other questions that you guys got? We back. Do you mentor? Same, we had to refresh. Why not trade NQ and invest in ES? You could do that, 100%. Marco is hacking your setup. Marco, yeah, listen. Guys, I think... Wait, how many... You use... Messing with Marco froze tape. You know what? Mark, I'm telling you right now, Marky did that on purpose. He somehow used his voodoo magic to get me to disconnect from OBS. So I know what you're doing, Marky, and I'm going to come to Canada and I'm going to give you a swirly. Might even give you a wedgie. Might do it on stream. Okay, Mr. Clean? Okay, pal? I'm going to come and give you a nice little cleaning here. I know what you're doing. I know what tricks you're up to. You're trying to sabotage my stream so you get more views. But let me tell you, pal, it's not going to work for you. You don't know who Marco is? Marco's here every single Tuesday and Thursday. Phenomenal trader. You know what? He's actually he's good at one more thing. The man could run across the country nonstop. I've seen it happen. I actually was going for a nice walk this morning, right after the gym, and I happened to see. And what do I see out the peripheral vision of the cornea of my eye? I see Marco in his tight little running shorts. He essentially had a Speedo on, right? He had his little Hoika shoes on. He was running. He had his little Apple Watch on. He had his little his headphones on. And you know what? Of course, he was running shirtless. And you know what? And you couldn't even imagine the shorts that Marky had on. His balls were damn near flying out of his shorts. And I had to say, Marky, this is incredibly inappropriate. And he tried to hug me. And you know what I said? I said, get away, Marky. I said, get out of here. And I wanted no business with him, but he apologized, and we're friends again. Bella saw Marco. See? She saw Marco running. She saw him. How did Marco get all the way over there? The world may never know. He is a man of mystery. He's the running man, the Michelin man. Run, Marco, run. Do you use ICT macros to trade the lower time frame? Correct. Correct. I use the 950 macro. That's kind of, I want to be in a trade prior to the 950 macro. Prior to it. So if I can get into a trade prior to 950, then that will typically, the 950 to 1010 macro will want to go seek liquidity. So that's why I'm so adamant on being in on a trade prior to 950, because there's going to be that liquidity seek. And that's typically when I'll get a really nice move. So that's why I like to get into a trade before the 950 macro. And yes, that's my favorite macro to trade. You use EMA or SMA? I use the EMA. I prefer the EMAs. Listen, it's all good fun. Marco's my brother, okay? If you can't rip on your boys, then you don't have a good friendship. And I love when my friends rip on me. I hope Marco's always talking so highly of me. I'm hoping tomorrow he talks an immense amount of crap about me, because I love it. And if you are from Long Island, then you know that everyone from Long Island talks crap about each other, and it's just what we do. Okay? If I didn't talk crap about Marco or anybody, that actually means I don't like you. That means I actually don't even want to hang out with you. So the fact that I talk so much crap about Marky, it's because I love him, and that's my boy. And Marky is going to be here in November, and I can't wait to, you know what we're going to do? Me and Marky, I'm going to go on a nice little run with Marky. I'm going to have my shirt off. I'm going to be hugging him like this. I'm going to be running right behind him, guys, like this. Look, Marky's going to be running. I'm going to be holding him like this, and I'm going to give him a kiss like this. Look, this is Marky. I'm going to be running right behind him like this. Hey, Marky, wait up. That's going to be me. As soon as Marky comes in November, we're going on a shirtless run together in Speedos. I'm going to wear my cowboy Speedo. How do you guys feel about that? And I'm going to vlog it. Marky's going to be running. He's going to be in his American flag Speedo because he likes America so much better than Canada. And I'm going to be in my cowboy Speedo. I'm going to wear a cowboy hat, and we're going to go for a nice run together on Collins Avenue in South Beach, Miami. How do you guys feel about that? Oh, man. All right, guys. Guys, I'm going to... Yo, I love you guys. I freaking love you guys. Can you tell us how did you backtest and collect data? Did you bar replay? Yeah, I use bar replay, and I actually just backtested without bar replay on TradingView. So I do both. And I use guys, and also what I use heavily. I use TradeZella heavily for my backtesting and data refinement. Also, have to do a little plug here. We have a 20% discount code CF. Had to throw it in there, had to. But TradeZella is great. It's also a great way to collect data and do data refinement. And also just keep yourself accountable. You could have your screenshots in there as well. I just prefer to do both. I like the handwritten stuff. I like this. And then you could also have the online. So you get the best of both worlds with that. But yeah, guys, I'm going to... listen, we had a great stream. I'm going to get a coffee, and I'm going to sign off here because... I think we had a really good talk today. Although we didn't get a trade, I really hope that you guys had some, at least at least some sort of engagement and knowledge taken away from me today. And I love you guys, and I'm always going to. I can't wait till next week till I'm here again. If you want to watch me tomorrow, I'll be live on my channel every single day. I'm live for the Open, and if you want to come check me out, all my links and my socials will be in the description. And I freaking love you guys. I had an amazing day with you, and I look forward to next week and to whoever's going to be tuning in with me tomorrow. Obviously, stick around tomorrow to lock in with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, a.k.a. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. He's going to crush it tomorrow. I love you guys. If I see you guys tomorrow, can't wait to connect with you again. Until next week, I'm signing off. TG Capital out. Love you guys. Peace.